Why are people fleeing California? Something happened very recently that I think does more to explain the problem than anything else we've seen. California is the most populous state in America, with an economy that would be the 5th largest in the entire world if it were an independent nation. And the Golden State seemingly has it all: a skilled workforce, major trade centers, and a thriving entertainment and tech industry, not to mention beautiful weather, incredible ports, and a robust agricultural sector. But beneath this facade of skyscrapers, major landmarks, and film studios, something has gone horribly wrong. According to the most recent US Census estimate for 2023, California has seen a net loss of nearly 600,000 residents since 2020. And this figure takes into account factors like immigration and births. This drop-off marks the first time in over 170 years that the state has shrunk. So much, in fact, that California even lost a congressional seat after the 2020 census. But while the entire state is losing people for the first time in almost 2 centuries, some places are shrinking faster than others. San Francisco, for instance, lost 7% of its population in just 1 year, and San Jose and Oakland weren't that far behind. Collectively, the Bay Area has lost over 200,000 residents since 2020. In Los Angeles, the population collapse is even worse, with LA County losing over 250,000 residents in just 3 years. To make matters worse, even major corporations are opting to relocate outside the state, with notable names such as Tesla, Oracle, Charles Schwab, Snowflake, and Palantir leading the exodus. So, what's driving this flight out of California? Well, for a couple of decades now, the state government seems determined to intervene in just about every decision Californians make when it comes to things like raising your kids, running your business, or just choosing when to water your lawn. But on the other hand, if you decide to rob a retail store, smoke crack on the sidewalk, or set up a homeless encampment in the local park, then the government takes more of a hands-off approach, if they're not directly subsidizing it. The consequences of these policies have finally reached a crisis point. Homelessness is on the rise, public drug use has become rampant, and crime rates have spiraled out of control. But perhaps the most insulting demonstration of these failed policies was recently on display in San Francisco, because for a brief moment, homeless encampments were cleared out. Hypodermic needles and human fecal matter disappeared off the streets as if by magic. And for a few days, it was as if the local government in San Francisco suddenly figured out how to perform basic functions of a healthy city. Now, was this due to citizens saying enough is enough? Or perhaps self-serving politicians being replaced with responsible ones? Perhaps it was due to incompetent bureaucrats being fired? Nope. It was none of those things. It was all because the leader of the Communist Party of China was coming for a trade conference. And in just one short visit, state and local governments proved that they were in fact capable of at least creating a semi-safe and aesthetically pleasing environment to live and do business in. But alas, the delegation is now gone. So it will be back to business as usual, and that is why that is the greatest insult of all. Because for all the high taxes, for all the rules, for all the regulations that Californians are constantly asked to accept more of, the only time they can actually get their government to provide any of the basic services their taxes are supposed to be paying for is when a foreign dignitary comes to town.